I think we're live. Welcome to the Team TryCeps Elite message on the Friday afternoon. Thanks so much for taking time to be here. I'm so excited. We have 27 of you live, which is very exciting. So welcome to the call. We'd love to see who's on. So can you guys say hi over in the chat box and just tell us where you're from? Tell us who your upline on this call is. So tell us who your closest upline is on this call, whether it's Meredith, Lauren, Brittany, Alexa, or myself. So we know from our teams who's on the call. But we're excited to share with you guys some things that we heard from Carl yesterday on the 5-star and above. I guess you could call it like a mastermind, kind of just a conference call. Carl just needed to kick our butts a little bit and give us a little inspiration to, move through some struggles that we're all kind of facing right now. So we want to be really raw and honest with you guys and let you know that a lot of us have been on the struggle bus lately. And I don't know if it's timing, if this happens every year. I'm not really sure. I think I block out all the bad times that happen and always think about the good times with this business, but there's always going to be struggles in this business. So anybody on this call, if you're struggling, what are you struggling with? We want to know about it. Can you chat us over with what you're struggling so that we can just kind of see where everybody's at? Because I think all of us on this call as a whole feel the struggle, not only in our businesses, but we feel it with our team, and we're with you. We feel it with you, but we have to kind of come together and really just move forward and past this. So let me check out the chat really quick because I want to see who's on. Let's see, Liz is on, Megan is on, Sabrina, Amanda, Angie, Nisha. What's up, you guys? Gwen, Courtney, Dana. Okay, so Courtney says hitting Success Club this month and just find coaches who really want to move the biz forward. Yeah, Success Club, recruiting, getting challengers. It's dead right now for sure. Routine and inviting. Okay, so you guys, I want you all to understand and know that whenever you have your own business, whenever you're an entrepreneur, whenever you're building something in your life, if you're building a family, or you're building a house, or you're building a business, or you're trying to get healthy and you're building a healthy lifestyle, whatever you're building in your life, there's going to be ups and downs. It's part of life. So we just have to embrace those struggles and some of those failures, knowing that if we can move through those obstacles, like face them head on and move through them, that we're going to come out okay on the other side, right? If you can think back in your life about some serious struggles that you've been through, it always turns out okay, right? Things always turn out okay, and they happen for a reason. They teach you a lesson, right? And a lot of times, some of that struggle is just, we're not really sure what that struggle is, but there's something in us that's just that's I don't even know what it is, right? But you got to kind of dig deep and test yourself a little bit and push through that. So I really truly believe that when you push through the struggle, that's what builds character in this business. I have pushed through so many struggles in this business, and I'm still here today, and I still love what we do, and I know everybody on this call feels that same way. We've all been there. We've all had these struggles and just these times when things just don't feel like they're moving, it feels so stagnant, right? It just feels like that mucky, sticky air that is not moving right now. So I took some notes about what I personally do when I feel stagnant in my business, and I just want to share those with you. You guys, they're super quick, and then we're gonna I'm gonna open it up to everybody else, and they're gonna talk specifically about what Carl said. So what I do during my struggle is I take some time to remind myself of why I'm here and what the core purpose is of this business. And when we think about the core purpose of this business, it's to help people. It's to help people live a more fulfilling life, whether that's financially or physically or mentally. We're here to help people, to help them live a better life. So we have to go back to those roots, whether that's for ourselves or for our challengers, right? So a lot of times for me, when I'm struggling to get my challengers results or my coaches results, it's because I'm not focusing on my own personal results myself. So when I'm reminded of why I'm here and what I'm doing, it first started with my personal fitness journey and my personal food journey and eating better. So I've got to refocus. So I'm a big tracker, and I like to mark things off, and I like to have lists. So I just start tracking, and I get myself back on track, okay? The second thing that you need to do is remind yourself of the opportunity that you have at hand. Like, just think for a minute how incredible this opportunity is, that we get paid to live a healthy life. We get paid to share that we are in shape and that we're working out and that we're eating healthy and to help people. Yeah, there's a little bit more behind that goes with it, but ultimately that's what Beachbody is paying us to do, right? So we have this incredible opportunity. Carl said on the call yesterday that this is the opportunity, like THE, the opportunity, because there's a financial lever attached with getting healthy, okay? It's incredible. So that's what drives us forward, right? We all want to be physically fit, mentally fit, and financially fit. Okay, so the third thing that you can do, and that you should always be doing, no matter if you're struggling or having success, is connect with your upline. Connect with your upline. Do not avoid your upline. Do not avoid the team pages. Do not avoid the team calls. I know it's scary. How many of you guys struggle with challengers quitting the challenge groups and stop posting? Like, all of a sudden they're like gone and vanished. Well, that happens with coaches too. That happens with you guys too, because you fall off for a week and then it's just so hard to get those wheels turning, and you feel embarrassed or you feel whatever, right? And you just don't want to reach out. But I promise you, every one of the women on this call are open for you reaching out when you're struggling. We are here to help you get through those struggles. Sure, we may not say the exact thing you want us to say in that moment, but it's what you need to hear in that moment. I mean, how many conversations have I had with all 4 of you on this call, and you don't like what I'm telling you? Many times, right? So even though it's hard to reach out and ask for that support, you have to connect with like-minded people in the community that you signed up for. Team pages, team calls, and your upline when you're struggling, okay? And the last thing that I will say that you should do when you're struggling is rewrite your schedule and rewrite your affirmations. So look at your schedule and say, where can I clean this up? Where can I cut some of the fat? Where can I be more efficient with what I'm doing, right? Where can I find time to fit more in to talk to more people? And then, of course, your affirmations. What are you reading to yourself? What are you saying to yourself every day after you read personal development? That is so key. So I'm going to pass over to Mare, and she's going to give us her little spiel on what Carl said yesterday. It's all you, Mare.
Okay. Hi. Thanks, Sarah. That was awesome. Everything that Sarah said, you guys need to, start doing ASAP. But the call last night with Carl was, I think, exactly what everybody needed to hear. I think if anybody ever hears Carl talk, he could say anything, and I'd be like, done and done, Carl. Whatever you say, I will do. But for me personally, it was a good reminder of things that I believe in that I needed to hear again. So I've been struggling for the past few months myself, and I wasn't one of those coaches that started out super strong. It took me a long time to get my team going and to reach my goals. And what I realized for me was a huge turning point was realizing that the coaching opportunity was the best challenge pack that we offered. Being able to give somebody the challenge, like a coaching opportunity, is the best option because you can help somebody in literally every single aspect of their life. And Carl said something that totally clicked in my head to remember to go back to how amazing this opportunity has been and the programs and what Shakeology can do for you. So sometimes just thinking about what a challenge pack really can do in so many areas of your life, in every aspect. Just from the way you eat, from how you work out, and then to add finances in there and being able to pay for some bills, and even if it's a small bill, whatever it is, and then it just slowly increases, but remembering that it's not always about points. Obviously Success Club is important, but sometimes we just need to go back to realizing what this opportunity has done for us. I'm here right now in my life, in this office, because of Beachbody, because of what I've done with this opportunity. And I've been a coach for almost 3.5 years, and there's been tons of struggles, and the highs have to come with the lows. It's like a roller coaster, and you just have to like be okay to be in the front row with your hands up in the air, screaming like a maniac the whole time. That's it. But if you reach out, like I was on the struggle, and I still have one-on-ones with Sarah. I need that too. And that is exactly what Carl said on this call. He basically was just talking about understanding the importance of what Beachbody can do for you in every single aspect of your life in so many different ways, not just the working out and the finances or eating right and having Shakeology in your life, but what it could do for you in the next year or 2 or 3.5 years, like however long it's going to take. But in those struggles and in those really bad moments, just like Sarah said, sometimes you have to go back to the basics and realizing that what we have to offer somebody could literally change their entire life. And if we're not sharing that or talking about it, we're just basically being selfish. Can I curse? I won't curse. My team is going to be so proud of me. But honestly, sorry, but that is the basics. That's how what I needed to hear and change the switch, because it's been slow over here for me. I'm hanging out at Success Club 4, and that's not okay. And sometimes just hearing something about having the coaching opportunity be the best challenge pack you can offer, for me, was a big game changer. And that's what I took away and had the most aha from Carl, was just get back to the basic stuff of why you signed up and what you love. So now, that's all I got. Quick and easy, right? I'm going to pass it over to Lauren now, because she's next in my box.
Okay. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, this is fun because it's like, even though we listen to the same thing, I feel like we're all going to have very different perspectives and twists on it, which I really like. So, yeah, by far, totally agree. Like, the challenge pack coaching opportunity is like what changed my life. Like, I didn't even sign up knowing that it would change my life nearly as much as it did, but I'm so glad that, like, I went all in right away getting a challenge pack and signing up as a coach, because I wouldn't have been introduced to this amazing community and this team, and I saw what everyone else was doing. I saw what you were doing, Meredith, and I was like, well, shoot, I should start doing that too. So yeah, okay. Carl's call was totally what I needed to hear, because I feel like, you know, I've been feeling these vibes, different, like, hearing about different people's struggles, and I can just totally feel the entire vibe of not just our team, but I think, like, the company is kind of in the low part of the roller coaster ride. Like, we're in the slump, but like, where there's highs, there's lows, just like Meredith said. And this business has seasons, and that is just like the reality of it. There's going to be some seasons that are easier than others, which is why it is so important for you to just stay consistent through all seasons, because then when the good season does roll around, you've planted all these seeds that are then going to sprout when it's New Year's resolution time, or everyone's about to put on their bikini, or they've just packed on the pounds after the holidays. Like, you want to be the person that people think about when it is the right season. So you have to make sure you keep going through these rough seasons and don't let your message dwindle just because things get hard. Like, building any business is going to be hard, okay? So I don't know if you signed up thinking like that this was going to be easier. I mean, there is parts of it where, like, there's been people that are successful and can show you how they've been successful. So don't try to reinvent the wheel. But really, it's kind of interesting. I listened to this call right after doing a team call last night for my team, all about how to grow your income. And like, I think what Carl was saying is, like, we're so focused on hitting high Success Club numbers, we're so focused on quitting our jobs, growing income, we've lost sight of, like, the true mission, which is helping people. So if you have these big goals of quitting jobs, growing your income, stop thinking about yourself for a second and reverse engineer those goals. And the way you're going to reach those goals is by helping other people. Your paycheck is a direct reflection of the people that you're helping, okay? So if you want to accelerate your pace, if you want to move faster, if you want to reach big goals, you need to focus on serving and helping others. And if you help more people, you're going to increase your paycheck. But you've got to find a way to help people and connect that with the business opportunity. So get confident with selling challenge packs. Stop selling programs by themselves. You really got to, like Meredith said, take advantage of this opportunity, the full opportunity that we have to offer people, which is really a challenge pack with the coaching opportunity. That is the ultimate way to get started on your journey for many reasons. So I want to encourage you guys to focus on the basics when things get hard. Just like Sarah said, all of the tips that she shared at the beginning were on point. But just some more basics for you to focus on. So focus on taking care of your health and happiness first and foremost. Don't ever lose sight of that, because that is what this is all about. That's why we all started this, and I feel like even for me, I get too busy where I neglect myself as a result, and it's just not okay, and it's not a good example. Like, we are here to set the example for people when it comes to our health and happiness, so make sure to make yours a priority. Get results with the programs. Like, even if it's not a weight loss journey, I know I've got some coaches that are looking to gain weight, whatever it is. Results don't always have to happen in the form of like having a physical before and after picture that's showing, keg stomach to six-pack abs. Like, results are happening inside. How are you feeling? How is working out regularly making you feel mind, body, soul? And really focus on sharing those results. I love how Josh always says, like, a top coach is going to share that they lost 1 inch, and they're going to be so proud that they lost 1 inch. And I need to be better about that too. Like, I'm so hard on myself. I'm like, oh, well, I don't have this glaring before and after picture, so why share it all? And like, we have to get past ourselves and just put it out there and share our progress, as little as it may be, on a day-to-day, month-to-month basis, because we all know that this transformation, results, it all takes time, and you've got to stick with it and be consistent. And then once you've taken care of your own health and happiness, and not once, but while you're taking care of your own health and happiness and getting results, the way that you are going to increase your paycheck and reach your goals is by helping others do the same. So pay it forward and just focus on, not necessarily all these Success Club numbers and rank advancements, but focus on the core, which is helping people get started on their journey, and you're going to reach your goals as a result of that. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on Carl's call. It was awesome. I love hearing Carl speak, and like, you can just hear the passion and the energy in his voice, and that's something I really take away from him. And I hope you guys can hear the passion and the energy in my voice, because I truly love what I do, and it's not easy every single day, but I've never, ever, ever once even thought about giving up when it gets hard. So just keep going, guys. Okay, Alexa, you're next for me. It's all you, girlfriend.
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Yes, good. Okay, awesome. Lauren's still on my page, so I didn't know if you guys could hear me or see me. But so yeah, I am excited to share with you guys some of my takeaways from Carl's call. A lot of it is similar to what Lauren and Sarah and Meredith already said, but I kind of wanted to share, like, what was going through my brain when I was listening to this. So, just like they said, a lot of what Carl was speaking about was just getting back to our mission and our vision as a company, and our core mission statement, which is to help people, get healthy and live healthy, fulfilling lives, right? And I started to just think about that a little bit when I was listening to him, and when I was the most successful in doing this in my business, which I honestly think that was my first year as a coach. I was smashing it out of the park with helping people. I hit like Success Club 40 multiple times. Like, that was like my average. And that was the first year that I was a coach, the year where we usually are going through a lot of struggles and growing pains, right? So I was thinking about this. I'm like, wow, I mean, like, I don't hit Success Club numbers like that anymore. You know what I mean? But I used to help so many people at the very start of this. And I realized that it was because and Lauren, actually speaking briefly on your call last night, kind of helped me realize this, but it was because this is what I spent my time doing, working on my business. It was either doing my program and my workout, meal prepping, sharing about that on social media, or talking to people. That is all that my time was spent doing as a new coach. That is all I did, was I worked on myself. Of course I did, personal development. Of course I would take time and hop on Lauren's team calls and Sarah's team calls every single week. But 95% of what I did in my business the first year, when I helped the most people, was when I was just working on myself more than anything and sharing that and just talking to people. And I realized that it's like, I think that we just sometimes overcomplicate this. And when, just like they said, like when we go through these struggle bus times, you guys, like we all go through them, number one. I want you to be like aware that you're not immune. Like you going through struggles is not just you. Everybody, every single coach. I don't care if you're Lindsay Matway. I don't care if you're Janelle Summers. I don't care who you are. For new coaches, those are some like really top coaches in the company that are like making millions of dollars and like doing amazing things, but they still struggle. And so I think that number one, we need to be aware and realize that, and not just like retreat into a hole and think that you're all by yourself, because you're not. And like I said in the chat thread, if you think that you can go through this business and the journey of this without having struggles, you're delusional, because this business is going to have a lot of struggles and a lot of downtimes. And the struggles are there to make us into stronger coaches. These times right now, this season that we're all in right now, is here for a reason, to help us grow and become better people and push through and do more self-reflection so that we can figure out what we've all been doing wrong, which maybe was focusing on the wrong things and not just focusing on the basics, right? So I had to just, like, when I was listening to that and just listening to Carl, just like Lauren said, have all this passion in what he was saying, I was just like, ugh, I felt like I was on Energize, even though I wasn't, because that's what this business makes me feel. And I was like, that's what I just need to do, is just remind myself of why I'm here and what I'm here to do. And that's to help people feel better about themselves, feel more confident in themselves, be able to say, I can fit into this dress and I haven't fit into it in over a year. I feel amazing. Thank you, Alexa. I remember getting a text from one of my challengers, and that just made my entire day, my week, my month. It's the little things like that. It's just helping people. You know what I mean? And it's like, we just got to get back to that. Like, that's, you know, just like they were saying, like rank and qualification and quarterly bonuses and blah, 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 like whatever, push all that shit aside. We're here to just help people. And when you focus on that goal, rank will come, income will come, volume will come, your coaches will start to catch on, right? Because it's all about leading by example. So that's what I really took from this, is that I need to just stop like focusing on all of these like other things and remind myself that, number one, the domino effect starts with helping a lot of people and just talking to people and not getting discouraged, not letting your ego get in the way when you're hearing no's, and taking ownership and realizing that all you have control over in this business is what you have control over. You can sit here and say, well, Susie, Sally, and Sammy didn't fill out their enrollments, so I didn't hit Success Club because Susie, Sally, and Sammy didn't fill out their enrollments, and it's their fault. No, it's not their fault. It's your fault for not talking to enough people and not getting yourself in front of more opportunities to be able to help people, right? You can't control whether Susie, Sally, and Sammy fill out their enrollments, but you can control how many enrollments you fill out. And the law of averages will come into play, and if you're just getting yourself in front of as many people as you can because you're here to just help as many people as you can, you'll hit Success Club. It won't be a thought. It won't be like a push. It won't be a struggle, you know? And that's why we just got to remember that. Just to help people and talk to people. Like, we need to stop overcomplicating this. And I was overcomplicating it too, and trying to think of like some magical resources or some script or whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't have a script and a magical training and a magical resource and fairy dust that I sprinkled over myself to hit Success Club 40 as a brand new coach. All I did was work on myself and shared that and talked about it with people. That's all I did. So if I can do that, so can you. So can everybody. That's all that this is, you guys. Stop overcomplicating it. Focus on the task at hand and the number one thing, which is just trying to help people feel great about themselves this summer and beyond, of course, and everything else will fall into place. Okay, that's me. I'm going to get way too amped up, so there it is. Backing away. Brittany's turn. Passing it over to you, girlfriend.
Am I unmuted? I think I did it. Did I do it? Okay. This is weird. I'm like staring at Alexa's head still. Oh God. Okay, mic drop. Sorry guys. So I'm gonna kind of mash up. I just got off a top 10 Zoom call with the rest of the top 10 for like an hour and a half. So what I have to say also will kind of incorporate that too, because I did listen to Carl's call yesterday, obviously, but I was also juggling dinner with the kids and it was kind of mixed up. But one thing that he said, well, I know Carl said this in general, and I want to say it was on the call, but I liked when he talked about how we are boiling the ocean, how like there's so many people out there to connect with and to talk to, and we're just getting started. Like things are, it's coming, you know what I mean? Like, And there was something else he said. He was like, why are you going to the gym? Like, the gym's in the palm of your hand. And it was just like, hello, like, if you just want to shake people. Like, right now, I feel like all crazy. Like, I just had like 5 shots of Energize, but I haven't. So those things really stuck out to me. I know for me and my team, and this is what I shared with the top 10 grid, is that, you know, it may take a while for leaders to develop, but a lot of my teammates I know are my lifers, and that's awesome. So we just have to get back to basics, like every single one of these amazing elite coaches have said already, and I knew this was going to be an issue going last, but that's okay. It's just getting back to basics, you know. Focus on the feeling that comes along with helping someone, not the end result, not the success club points. You have to focus on the feeling. How do you feel when you eat better? Because we all want instant gratification. We all want, like, oh, I talked to so-and-so, and I want to have that guarantee that in 2 days they're going to come knocking up at my, or send me that email that says I'm ready to join. Like, this is not, it's not going to happen. And if you think it's going to happen, then I'm sorry, I don't know why. So the instant gratification you can get, and you need to tap into, is the feeling that you get after you end a conversation or ask someone else another question. Like, you have to feel good about how you're talking to people, just like how you feel good about putting, you know, eating an apple versus the Twinkie. You feel instantly, you feel better about yourself. I know I do. You know what I mean? How you feel after you just got your butt handed to you from working out with Shanti or whoever else, whatever program you're doing. You instantly feel awesome. So if we can just focus on that feeling, like, I think everything else, like everybody else has said, like all those other things that we get so distracted with, you know, they will come, but we have to focus on the feeling. So for me, I know that was my biggest takeaway, and it was just really cool to hear that this is a network thing. And I don't know, I kind of live in my own bubble. I feel like I just keep my head down. Like, I don't even poke around in the wall, which is that elite group, too often. I'm like so busy doing my stuff, and there's only so many hours in the day. But to actually see the top 10 earlier say that this is normal, and hear that what they do with their teams is that they prepare them for that this May slump or whatever, it's going to come around again in August, in late August and in September when kids are going back to school. Everyone, I remember that slump, and I remember the December slump. It's normal. It's seasonality. That's what happens with businesses. But it's just, you know, preparing yourself for that. So if you guys can get ahead of the game right now and really push hard, like I liked Sarah's video yesterday, like she's giving us permission to work our asses off. I'm sorry, I'm cursing. My kids are in the other room. Like, I really love that too. So I don't know, I just have so many like more things going through my head right now, but it was just really cool to know that I'm not alone. I know you guys, you know, everyone else feels the same, but to just really connect with our core values. And just like Alexa said, when I was on fire, like, that's when I was like focusing 70% me and like 30% everything else. And I'm guilty. I let that go. I've let myself go. Like, I will own that. And all we can do, that's life, you know? Like, I wrote down what they were talking about earlier. What defines a leader? I'm kind of getting off topic with this too. Like, I don't care if you're leading one person. I don't care if you're leading yourself. You're still a leader, you know? When you hit flat spots like this in your business, in your health journey, and whatever journey, just life in general, like, what defines you as a leader is when you push through that. Like, you can't grow as a leader without hitting multiple struggles. Like, trial and error is just a part of this process. So I think that was everything I like scribbled on my paper here. I think so. It was just really cool to hear, even like the business side of what they were saying earlier today, how, I know this is kind of off topic too, but I guess at the end of this year, we're projected to be like double the size of what just the network was last year. So it's like, I know a lot of like top coaches are freaking out, like elite, like, you know, like, oh my God, like, what is this? Like, they're like panicking, and it's like, no guys, like, this isn't the case. This is normal. You know what I mean? So just hearing that, like, number wise, because my brain thinks in numbers too, that's, I know that's a lot more calming for other people. Whereas for me, like I said, I just get so like in the zone. I don't even focus on all that. But yeah, I think that was everything I had. Oh, and read the energy bus. I love that, because honestly, guys, like, you don't want to put your energy into all the negativity that might be floating around, you know, like I don't know. I listened to that book a couple months ago, actually, I think, and I think I need to listen to it again. So it's a really short read, a short listen. But you gotta focus on also where you're putting like your energy. Surround yourself with positive, like-minded people, and there's no place better than what we have going on, you guys. Like, I could cry right now. It's just so amazing. Like, there's so many haters out there, and there's so much negativity in this world. Like, just realize that we have a really fucking awesome upline, and that's Sarah Try. And I'm so thankful for you, Sarah. So thankful. So, okay, I will stop before I cry. So, sorry for the F-bomb.
Stop it. Oh my gosh. But you're so right. It's like, this is just such an incredible opportunity. Like, we have this in the palm of our hand, and like to help people and to make a difference and to be just the positive light. Like, you know how many people see your posts and just are inspired? They never say anything because they're just watching. But that can change their whole day. Like, we are an amazing tribe of people, right? We are an amazing tribe of people that are making a huge impact in this world. So I just want to say one thing. Please keep it simple. I think that was a huge takeaway from this, is keep it simple and focus on the simple things. They're the 4 vital behaviors for a reason. And you keep it simple by plugging into the resources that we already have, that Beachbody already has. So we have the Team TryCeps training site that all of these people have added value to, okay? Everybody here has added value to that, and we're going to continue to add value to that team site. Okay, there's tons and tons and tons of amazing training on there. Go to the team training site and plug into that, and plug your coaches and your team into that also. Okay, and I'm going to end with this one thing, and this is a direct quote from Carl yesterday. He said, "There is no reason to play small or negative because this opportunity is just too big." So thanks so much for being on and spending your Friday afternoon with us. You guys are incredible. We love you all. This is an amazing team, and I'm blessed every day. So have an awesome weekend, you guys. Bye.